So, an average day in my life these days. My life is very, very bizarre these days, as is everyone's. Average day of my life, I wake up because the world is on fire, usually at around 5, and have some water. And then I always say I'm gonna go back to bed, but I won't. So I have been enjoying some pretty spectacular sunrises lately, which has been great. I usually practice in the morning because if I don't get my practicing done before noon, I have found that tends to happen less than I would like. Usually in the afternoons, I teach my wonderful students on Zoom. And these are my students both from Mount Holyoke College and also some private students and some students from my organization. And it's been really great to connect with them these days. They keep me grounded and inspired. I do some work for social media. I'm working right now to help with marketing and social media for From the Top. So I get an Instagram post up for them, hopefully one for me too. Then I usually have dinner and hang out with my cat and go to bed. My colleagues and my teachers inspire me the most as a musician. One of the hardest things for me about the pandemic is that one of the most important things to me is getting to communicate with other musicians, getting to play with other people, getting to congregate in shared spaces and enjoy music. It's something that's always been very healing, which is why I feel so gravitated towards chamber music. And this last year, obviously, not much of that has happened for anybody, so it's been really, really hard to stay inspired. And that's one of the reasons why this particular experience with my amazing teacher, Ani, and Jordan, and Minyoung, and Julian has been so honestly therapeutic in many ways. It's my first time getting to play chamber music with more than one other person in over a year now. So I've been extremely nervous, but it's also really healed a lot that kind of was lost in my heart in the last year, and my tank is more full because of this experience. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the interesting things for classical music that has happened during the course of the pandemic is that I think we accelerated how much we rely on technology by about 30 to 50 years. I think that we were headed toward virtual programming and pre-recorded concerts in the future, but I think that now, because of the necessity, we've advanced so much. And I know that we all miss, these shared spaces of communicating with a live audience, but I think it's been really amazing to see how many of my colleagues have come up with these incredible virtual connections that they've been able to make with listeners. So I've been happy to be a part of some of that and do some of it on my own. My organization, the Heartbeat Music Project, which provides tuition-free music education for young people living on the Navajo Nation, has done a couple of pre-recorded benefit concerts as well to raise funds for COVID relief. And I think it's just been cool to see musicians kind of coming together during this time for a number of causes, playing lots of interesting repertoire as well. I think all of the enabling constraints, if you will, have forced us to get more creative. So in this time of crisis, we have definitely all risen to the challenge as a field. So, hello everyone, my name is Ariel Horowitz. Welcome to my case tour. Like and subscribe. Here we go. So this is my case. It's very fancy, as you can see. It's not that fancy. It's gray. It's Geva. I really like it. It's very light, which is good because I hate carrying heavy things. So the first, I should turn my case around. I'm trying to grab. Ooh, here we go. Okay. I'm just going to take things out and show them the other way. So the first thing in my case that is really awesome is this card. It has a pear on it. I don't know if you can see. It's a card from my Aunt Pam, and it was for my graduation. and she emailed this to me because my graduation recital last year had to be virtual. And she wrote me this really long note about how proud she was of me. So I always keep that in my case. And then this card, I have one more card, and it's really cute. There's like a little elf on it. This is from one of my students at Mount Holyoke College named Kay. So Kay, if you're watching this, hello. She wrote me a little holiday card. Really cute. And her cursive is really beautiful. So yeah, students, if you ever write your teacher a card, we keep them forever. Like, this is from 2019, so I still have it in my case. Let's see what else I have. This is my bow. Very exciting. I use it to do violin, and I really like it. I have some spare strings that are kind of crusty looking, but you know, in case of a string related emergency, if I break one, or you know, one comes up and hits me in the eye, which that has also happened, we're set. This is not for washing dishes. I use it for my shoulder because I hate shoulder rests. Personally, I know that's like an age-old debate with violinists, if you like a shoulder rest or if you don't. This is a $5 Suzuki beginner's sponge from Amazon, and it is the comfiest thing in the world, so I use that. What else do I have? Oh, this cloth, very exciting. I clean my strings with it. Yeah, it's blue. It's a very pretty color. And then in here, I have my rosin, which is super exciting. And I haven't even really chipped it that much. I know Julian's is less chipped than mine, but like, I have some chips around the edges. It says Gustav Bernadelle on it. So that is my case tour. Very, very interesting. I know, lots of exciting features about my violin case, but yeah. Oh, and my violin. Okay, let me take it out. Oh, this is one more thing in my case. It's this purple like violin cover, and it used to have elastic in it, but I lost the elastic because I've had this for like 7 years. It was a present from my mom, and it has a tear in it now, so I really should replace it, but I don't have the heart to replace it because I'm very sentimental, and like, if a family member gives me a present, I keep it forever. This is my fiddle. He's great. His name is Ferdinand. He's a fun gentleman. The maker is Ferdinand Galliano, and I'm super, super lucky to play this instrument. It has a really warm tone in the low register and a really bright tone in the upper register, which is hard to get on a fiddle. I feel like they're either really, really bright or like really mellow, but I find it to be pretty well balanced. I've been playing this violin for 5.5 years now, so I love it. It's not the fanciest name fiddle, but it gets the job done for me just fine. So this is Ferdinand.